Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for watching. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing another foundation. We all know that I freaking love foundations. Testing and trying new foundations is like a secret passion of mine. But today we're going to use this new MAC foundation that's just been launched. This is the MAC Studio Waterweight foundation. This here is what the packaging looks like. It's in like a fogged glass container, and then you take off this top and you've got like a little dropper. Now it is quite watery, you can see here. Seems to be one of those really thin textured foundations. A lot of brands have been bringing out these types of foundations recently. I know YSL's got one, Giorgio Armani's got one, Maybelline's got one, L'Oreal's got one. Like there are quite a few. I've got the media release here for this foundation. I'll just read a little bit to you what it is apparently all about. So it says ultra thin and fluid gel serum formula that blends easily. Light on the skin, it feels almost weightless and looks untextured on the skin for a very natural finish. Skin imperfections such as pores and fine lines are softly blurred. Provides hydration, all day hydration it says. All day long wear, and it is SPF 30. So yeah, it's probably going to be a daytime foundation with an SPF that high. You're probably going to get a white cast if you take any flash photography, and it's a sheer medium coverage that is buildable. Also says it is available for oily and dry skin. It won't cause acne. It's oil free and fragrance free. All right, cool. So I actually went to the event that was launching this foundation last week. My foundation came in this really gorgeous rose gold box with the brand new brush that they've released with it. I'm guessing probably when you purchase it in stores, you don't get the box with it, but you can purchase this brush. Now, this little brush that they've released with it is the MAC 196, and it's a really quite dense flat top kabuki, but it's very, very soft. So what we're going to do today is try the foundation on, and I'm going to show you how well it applies, the finish when it's first applied, and then I'm going to wear it all day long and check in probably about the 6-hour mark, and again probably about the 10-hour mark, and let you guys know exactly how this wears on my skin. I'm going to start with a primer first. Being an oily skin type, I always wear a primer with my foundation. This is the brand new primer from Napoleon. I'm in love with this. This is the Autopilot Brightening Skin Primer. I've got a few breakouts. Why? It always happens when I've got something important on too. Really peeves me off, tell you that much. So the directions on the back say, apply directly to face, blend with finger, sponge, or appropriate foundation brush. All right, it's very liquidy. So I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand. As you can see, it's running down my hand. Like, it is quite lightweight and liquidy. Oh, I should mention I've got the color NC35 as well. The girl did think that I'd be an NC30, but they were out of stock of the NC30. So hopefully this is a match. So I've got it on the back of my hand. I'm just going to apply it onto my face. Oh, I think the color will work actually. And I'm going to blend it out with that brush that they've launched with it. It's very, very light. It feels like a serum nearly. All right, I'm going to take this brush now and start to blend it into the skin. Blends out very, very easily. It's going to take very little effort to blend this foundation out. Color match. I think we're safe. Whew. Okay, so that is one coat of the foundation. To be honest, I don't really have any coverage on my skin. I only used a tiny little bit. I think with this foundation, if you really want a decent amount of coverage, you're going to have to use quite a bit of the product. It's definitely added no texture to my skin. It just looks like my skin, but a little bit darker, obviously, to match my neck. And there's definitely a reduction in the visibility of my pores. I'm going to apply another layer and see how well we can build up the coverage of this product. I'm just going to go directly into it with the brush. I do really like the brush. Let's try and build up a nice medium coverage. If you use stippling motions, it definitely builds up really well, for sure. The coverage here is really, really good. It looks really natural, but it's definitely covered all of my redness, freckles, and any discoloration on my skin. So coverage is great, but you're going to use a lot of product. Yeah, that looks really, really good now. It is super dewy, but it looks very natural on the skin. There's no added texture. It doesn't look cakey. And we're definitely at more of a medium coverage now. I wouldn't apply anymore. I think that's enough coverage for me. I'm quite happy with that. Doesn't feel sticky on the skin. It actually feels quite powdery. And I feel like it's set down over time as I've applied it. It was originally very dewy looking, but it doesn't look as dewy anymore. It actually looks really nice, really lightweight, really natural. I don't feel like I've got much foundation on. My skin doesn't really feel like there's anything on it at all. So what I'll do now is go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like straight after I've finished my makeup. And then I'll check in, like I said, in about 6 hours and then in about 12 hours later on. All right, so here is what it looks like with the rest of my makeup done. I didn't have any issues applying concealer or powder over the top of it. It hasn't caked up or done anything like that. I did actually use a powder with a little bit more coverage in it too, but as you can see, it still hasn't covered up that beautiful, dewy, fresh glow that the foundation gave. Still very lightweight. It's not sticky or oily. Oh, it might be a little bit tiny sticky. It's not really sticky or oily though. So far so good. All right, so it's 4 o'clock here now, and I just wanted to update you guys on how the foundation's wearing. So this is the 5-hour mark for it now. Oh my gosh, this is getting bigger. What do I think? Close up, I look kind of a little bit greasy, although I did use a cream highlighter because on the camera my skin looks really, really nice, and when I hold the mirror back sort of at about like there-ish. Do you have to mow your lawns right now? Like right now? I have been sitting under really hot lights as well, so I might have had a little bit more oil production than I normally would. I haven't touched up my foundation at all either. It still feels very light on the skin, very weightless. I haven't got any creasing under the eye areas. I haven't got, you know, any caking of the product anyway. It's still blended out really well onto my neck. Color has stayed the same, which makes me super, super happy. I cannot stand it when foundations oxidize. And this one looks exactly the same color as it did when I put it on, so yeah. So far so good. It's looking really, really nice. Oh wow, my nose looks good. You can't see any pores on my nose at all. That's like pretty well unheard of for me. But yeah, so far super happy. I'll update you later on after dinner, like I said. All right, so it is now 9:58 p.m. here, nearly 10 o'clock at night. So I put this foundation on at, gosh, what even time? I think 11 a.m. I mean, I'll know when I watch this footage back when I put it on. So I've just gotten back from dinner, and I wanted to show you guys what my face looks like after all that. To be honest, I am pretty damn impressed with this foundation. I was a little bit concerned earlier on this afternoon when I was looking quite oily, but I think that was because I was sitting under studio lights and it was so hot. Right now, my skin looks great. It doesn't look too oily. It doesn't look cakey anywhere. It has worn just around my nostrils here. It hasn't really worn. Oh, there's a little bit of wearing here, but I was leaning on my hand at the dinner table, so that's probably what has caused that. What do you guys think? Do you think that I look particularly oily? On the camera, my skin looks really, really good. And in real life, I would say in real life, it is perhaps a little bit more dewy and a little bit more oily than it is on the camera. These lights are very, very forgiving. But, it looks really freaking good. I think this foundation is definitely going to be great for those of you who love a really natural finish, and also for those of you that like to just chuck your makeup on in the morning in quite a rush and then, you know, be able to go the whole day without being too concerned about it and then come home at night. In terms of the actual formula, I love how it looks and how it wears on the skin, but I find that I have to, for me and for my preference, and I mean, it's fair to say, like, I do prefer more full coverage, well, medium to full coverage foundations, whereas this is more of a light to buildable medium coverage. I did find that I had to use quite a bit of the product to get the coverage that I have on my face now. That's probably the only con that I've got. I really like that this applicator is very sanitary, so you can pop a couple of drops on the back of your hand without actually having to make contact with the foundation dispenser, and therefore your product's not going to get bacteria buildup in it as quickly, and it's also going to therefore last a lot longer. Color match NC35 has worked really, really well. I'm NC30 in all my other MAC foundations, but I'm definitely an NC35 in this one. So yeah, if you're into those lightweight watery foundation like the YSL Fusion Ink or the L'Oreal Nude Magique or the Giorgio Armani Maestro foundations, you're definitely going to like this one. This one is great. If not, probably better. I prefer it definitely way more than the YSL one. So yeah, definitely a thumbs up from me, and I would for sure recommend it to those of you who like a light to buildable medium coverage, and also to those of you who like a more natural, lightweight, hardly there foundation look on your skin. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below letting me know what foundation you want me to review next, or any other products that you want reviewed. I'm gonna go and wipe off all of this makeup and jump into bed. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you next time. Bye! It's really great to customize. Say you're going on a trip, I don't know, overseas or something. Rather than having to pack 5 bulky palettes, you can just pick and choose whatever color